Imagine what you could do with an extra $1,000 in your bank account. Pay off debt? Save for that dream vacation? Or maybe start building your investment portfolio? You could achieve all that, and more, in just 30 days. Sounds impossible? Well, stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a realistic, step-by-step plan to save $1,000 in just 1 month. Now, I know what you're thinking, that's easy to say, but what about my bills, my student loans, and my coffee addiction? Trust me, I get it, but if you're serious about living the wealthy lifestyle you dream of, this is a challenge worth taking. And here's the kicker, what you'll learn here isn't just about saving money, it's about shifting your mindset so you can master your finances for good. Are you ready to change your financial future in the next 30 days? Let's get into it. First, let's face reality. The idea of saving $1,000 in 30 days might sound like a stretch, especially if you're living paycheck to paycheck. But the truth is that anyone, yes, anyone, can do it if they follow a clear plan. The key here isn't having a massive income, it's about being strategic and being willing to make a few sacrifices. Let's be real, living in the US as a young adult can be expensive. Rent, bills, food, that new phone you just had to have, it all adds up. But what if I told you that saving $1,000 is less about cutting out everything and more about getting smart with your spending? In fact, it's the little changes that lead to big results. This isn't some far-off dream, this is doable. And guess what? You don't need to be a financial expert to pull it off. The first step is understanding where your money is going. You can't save what you don't track. So, let's dive into the first, and probably the most important step, to building your $1,000. Alright, time for some tough love. The first place you need to look to start saving is, drumroll, please, your unnecessary spending. Yes, I'm talking about the subscriptions you forgot about, the impulse buys, and those overpriced lattes. You know who you are. Don't worry, I'm not saying you have to give up everything you love. But here's the catch, small expenses add up in ways you wouldn't believe. Take a moment and think about this, how much are you spending every month on things you don't really need? Here's a fun fact, the average person spends around $200 a month on subscriptions they barely use. That's $200 vanishing into thin air every month. And no, Netflix isn't going to magically lower its prices, so, it's time to take action. Here's what you do, grab your bank statements and start tracking where your money is leaking. Cancel subscriptions you don't use, stop eating out for lunch every day, and cut back on those spontaneous purchases. I guarantee that if you cut out just $100 in unnecessary expenses, you'll be well on your way to saving $1,000. Wait till you hear what step 2 will do to your savings. You're going to love this. Now, before you start thinking, okay, I can cut my latte habit, but I still don't see how I'm going to save $1,000, let's talk about the next step. And trust me, this one really works. Let's move on to increasing your income. Don't skip this part. You can only cut so much before you hit a wall. The key here is finding ways to bring in extra money. And no, I'm not talking about getting a second full-time job. We're talking about side hustles, the ones that actually pay off. Think about this, you're already putting in the hours at your 9 to 5, but you could easily make an extra $200 or $300 a week with a side hustle. Whether it's freelance writing, dog walking, driving for Uber, or even selling things you no longer need online, the possibilities are endless. Now, I know what you're thinking, I'm already tired and I don't have time for more work. But hear me out, side hustles can be flexible and they're a great way to add that extra cash to your savings without burning out. A lot of people, myself included, are making hundreds, even thousands, on the side. Here's a bonus, some of these side hustles take minimal time and don't require special skills. You could start today and have extra money by the end of the week. Imagine what that could do to your $1,000 goal. Feeling the excitement yet? Just wait, this next step is going to blow your mind. Now, let's talk about how to stretch your dollar further. This is where things get really fun, because this step is all about being creative. You know those little things we take for granted? like spending $20 a week on takeout, or running errands without thinking twice about where you're shopping. Start thinking smarter. Instead of running to Whole Foods, head to your local grocery store and buy in bulk. Plan your meals ahead of time so you can avoid those impulse buys. Buy second-hand where you can. And trust me, your future self will thank you. Here's the kicker: with some small, conscious changes, you'll be able to make your money go much further. If you save just $50 a week on food, transportation, and other small expenses, you'll hit that $1,000 goal in no time. Still with me? Let's wrap things up and talk about the final step, and trust me, it's the one that will tie everything together. The final step: automate your savings. Now, you've already done the hard work, cutting unnecessary spending and finding extra income. But if you don't automate your savings, all of that effort will slip away. Set up an automatic transfer of $33 a day, or $200 a week, into a savings account. You won't even miss it, and guess what? By the end of the month, you'll have that $1,000 goal met without even trying. This is the secret to building long-term wealth. You need to make saving a habit. So, take action now, set up that automatic transfer, and sit back as your savings start to build themselves. To wrap it up, saving $1,000 in 30 days isn't a pipe dream. It's possible, and you can start right now. Cut unnecessary spending, increase your income with side hustles, stretch your dollar, and automate your savings. If you commit to this plan, you'll not only save $1,000, but you'll set yourself up for financial success in the long run. Now, don't just sit there. Take action. Start today and watch your bank account grow. And hey, if you're ready to take your financial journey even further, make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon, because I've got more strategies for you in the next video. Until then, stay smart, stay wealthy, and I'll see you soon.